You're watching Nevada Business Chronicles. Take a journey with us to see the innovative businesses that put Nevada on the business map. Connecting you with the businesses, events, and organizations that bring innovation and prosperity to the Nevada area, please welcome your host, Mitch Burney.
Today we're here with Chet Fairbanks, one of the partners in Sierra Fire Fuels. Defensible space is what we're going to talk about today. Creating a fire-safe zone, as a matter of fact, your website, firesafezone.com,
Fire Safe Zone,
is about reducing the risk of losing your property in the event of a fire. We've had a lot of those here lately.
we have. We've had a pretty intense fire season. Nevada's gotten off pretty good this year, but we've seen California happen, and then we've just had some fires over the past weekend. We've seen a lot of homes being lost.
You, the original founder, and one of your staff member, all previous firefighters.
Yeah, it's really important because being an engine captain and former engine captain and on crews, we're going through neighborhoods looking and you actually triage the neighborhoods, knowing which houses you believe can survive, which houses your crews are going to be safe protecting, and knowing where just not to be. And being able to create defensible space and fuel reductions allows a crew to come in, park comfortably, a little hot and smoky, but at your house and protect your home.
So people that have a properly prepared defensible space have a higher likeliness of the fire department choosing their space to defend and take a stand.
That's right. It doesn't matter how much your property costs, what the value of your home. You may have a beautiful home, you could have a trailer. But if you have defensible space, the fire department's going to come in and do their best to protect your property.
And also take a stand against the fire where they're safe. Incredible. What are we doing here today in the forest where homes are? And this is part of what you protect, but you also protect commercial properties as well.
That's right. We're in the urban interface today, and we're working below this home. And the home is surrounded by a lot of fuel. It's not very old, it's only like a year old now, and they haven't gotten around to it. But we're on a nice slope here, and the fire, you can look down into the valley, and there's continuous fuels from the road all the way up to this house. And quite often, wildfires are started right along roads. Roads are a really common place for that to occur.
Wow, I wasn't aware of that. So today, what are we going to do for this property? And then let's go ahead and get started.
Yeah, so what I'm trying to do here, trying to reduce the amount of fuel loading that they have below their house so that when the airplanes fly over and they're doing an aerial survey, or the crews come in here, they're seeing that there's a breakup in these fuels. And then we're also going to go ahead, reinforce along their house to make sure that the fire engines want to come, they want to park on this driveway, and they want to protect this home.
This isn't about eliminating fuels, it's reducing them so that you still have the beauty of nature surrounding you.
That's right.
But you really don't give the fuels enough value to go after the property.
That's right. We're trying to reduce the intensity of the fire. We're also trying to make sure at the same time that we're not causing an erosion hazard. We are on a hillside here, and we want to keep that hillside intact. You know, we just had 4 inches of rain up here over the weekend. If this was clear cut, it could have just washed right down the hill.
So behind us, what's going on?
So what we got here is a Bobcat T300. It's got a mulching head on it. It's also known as a masticator. And we're starting to reduce the fuels. We're trying to do a mosaic pattern in here so that we keep the aesthetic value of this property, but also we're reducing the fuel loading.
The masticator is also very environmentally friendly as far as footprint.
It is. It only has a 4 pound per square inch footprint. So that's a lot less than even one guy. You and I walking through the forest, we've got a much heavier footprint. It's distributed properly, and it does the work of 20 men so much quicker and way cheaper.
We're able to save the homeowner or the property owner money and accomplish a job with more perfection.
We have to come in and clean it up, but one guy can come in behind this masticator and clean up, pull stuff back in and regrind it. But it leaves a good mulch on the ground. Once again, cutting down on erosion, because erosion is such a big big problem. And if we're not leaving stuff on the ground, it all washes away.
This isn't just sagebrush, this is firmly entrenched sagebrush.
Yeah, this is some old growth sagebrush. That's what we like to call it. You know, the taller it gets, the longer it's been here. Obviously hasn't burned in many, many years.
Looks very dry, capable of bursting into flames, and also something I'm surprised that the masticator can actually just tear right through.
Yeah, the masticator actually, this, no problem for it. It's able to mulch this up. It gives a nice fine mulch to put across the ground, and so much easier than trying to hand cut all this, haul it to the dump, and you just can't imagine how many loads that's going to take.
Well, there's some environmental friendliness there, is returning this back to the earth and using it to protect the soil from erosion.
Yeah, the masticator is able to just grind right through it, and it does. It leaves the biomass here. You know, we're not removing any of it and taking it to a dump.
We're not loading up the dumps. It's just, again, environmental friendly on so many levels. Let's take a look at the hand crews you have here, because you do use them in many cases as well.
What we're trying to do right here is what we call raising the ladder. And we're getting the ladder fuels from the forest floor out away from the flame lengths of all the fuel around it. That way, trying to potentially keep the fire out of the tree or from burning it up.
And aesthetically, still keeping the tree intact for the property owner and the beauty of the surrounding. This manzanita, as beautiful as it is an extreme fire danger.
Yeah, you know, it's a favorite. It's a beautiful bush. The homeowners love it. A lot of people do, but really volatile fuel.
When you say volatile, you're talking about flash burn, high temperature.
That's right. It burns hot. It burns quick. You know, it's in the realms of the chaparrals and manzanitas, and it's it's a dangerous fuel.
Then you're going to push some of this back, you're going to leave it, you're going to minimize it but not eliminate it, so the homeowner still has this beautiful landscaping.
That's right.
But enough that it potentially shouldn't reach these other trees which you're raising the canopy level on.
Yeah, that's, you know, we still want the aesthetic value. It does look nice, and if we strip everything, it's adverse. So we're trying to just manicure here, at the same time reducing the fuels.
It's fantastic. The homeowner's going to have all the beauty and a safer house. What people see behind us are trees. You see something completely different.
Yeah, I mean, I see a beautiful forest here, but I also see a lot of need for management. And once we've managed the forest, we need to continue to manage the forest. We need to be good stewards of the forest.
Some of these trees are diseased or in poor condition.
Sure.
Not just increase the fire danger, but they impede the growth of quality, healthy trees.
That's right. We need to make sure the density is proper amongst the forest. We need to go through, see if the genetics are right with the trees. We need to look for infestations, and that's what we do. You know, we have 2 certified arborists through International Society of Arboriculture, and we've been trained to assess these trees.
What makes you so unique in your industry is that you just don't create a fire-safe zone. You also have another company, Sierra Peak Trees, which is devoted to the preservation of trees and also very knowledgeable about those dangers, risks, and bugs.
That's right. We have a good resource because we do have the wildland fire experience to pull from, but we also have the training and the experience to take care of any of your tree needs.
The tree we're about to see removed would have cost the homeowner a great deal of money to have somebody come out and remove, but while you're here creating a defensible space, you're able to remove this. Why is this tree being removed?
We removed this tree because we wanted to give more space for the other existing trees. We also saw that it had some defects in it where eventually it's going to grow up and they're going to have failures inside the tree. And we want to take care of it now when it's a lot cheaper than having to come out and remove a full-size grown tree.
So from here, I can see wide paths that have been opened up, but from up top, you've done this intentionally for the homeowner's view.
That's right. We've tried to stagger the lanes down here so that up top, you're not seeing that we have a ton of fuel breaking. We have nature still out here. We have good wildland. We haven't taken all the fuel out of here, but we've reduced it. The intensity of the fire coming up the hill is going to slow down.
It's going to give the firefighters a chance to protect the home or property. And more importantly, the visual looking down, you don't see these fire breaks that you've built in, absolutely still retains the beauty of the nature surrounding these homes. I'm sure people right now are looking for how they can get a hold of you to help you protect their home, especially in light of the annual fire losses that we have in Northern Nevada.
That's right. We can be contacted by SierraFireFuels.com or FireSafeZone.com and at 775-265-8444.
That's Chet Fairbanks, one of the partners of Sierra Fire Fuels. Thanks so much for allowing us to come out and show what you do to protect Northern Nevada homes and property.
Hey Mitch, sincerely appreciate it.
For more information on this guest or to see this show in its entirety, visit nvbusinesschronicles.com. While you're there, you can watch all of our past shows on the Chronicles page and stay connected with us by following us on our social media. Now more from Nevada Business Chronicles.
Don't be so scared. It is Halloween, and we are here with the Halloween Queen, Katie Knapp with Bumblebee Blooms. Unbelievable display you have here.
Thank you very much. We're very proud of our Halloween. Has to be one of my favorite holidays.
You've done a great job decorating for this and have one of the most incredible collections in all of Northern Nevada.
Well, thank you. We pride ourselves on being able to do some great window displays with some one-of-the-kind pieces. I go out to the markets every year and I handpick and custom shop for the window displays especially, but you know, for the little fun stuff that people can pick up as gifts, and not that it's a, you know, Halloween's a huge gift giving holiday, but it's always kind of fun to give something unexpected, and so we kind of like to be able to have that for our customers.
Well, tell me about these guys right here. They're incredible. I've never seen anything like this.
So Day of the Dead has always been really popular. It's been up and coming, huge, of course, in the Hispanic community, but this was from Kathleen's collection. She does these with just blinged out with some beautiful textiles and lots of glitter. So we love having just kind of cool stuff like that.
Okay, now you have to tell me about this lovely couple up here. Who are they?
Well, we named them Chi-Chi and Domingo. We just love them. I bought them just because I fell in love with her and her dress and the beautiful textiles in her dress, all hand done. Again, she's a one-of-a-kind piece. They only make a limited edition of those, and once they're done, usually every year, they move on to a different theme. We just love them. We pose them in different, you know, styles. Last year he was proposing. This year he's dancing with her. So it's kind of fun to play with them. But they're just beautiful, and of course, just the materials and
they are for sale.
And we're happy to sell them if somebody wants them. So
tell me about these incredible figurines down here. They're fantastic.
Again, same collection, Kathleen's collection. Beautiful textiles, just one-of-a-kind pieces. I wanted the full-size version like Chi-Chi and Domingo, but I already had them, so I settled for the smaller versions, but they're still just as lovely and just as beautiful.
Some people might not have the space or want to have something that large, so this is a nice way to carry it still in their home.
Correct.
I really have to compliment you on some of your selection here, because I have never seen these gray pumpkins and some of the
just special little pieces that can decorate somebody's house during the holidays.
Yeah, it's just something that I really look for when I go to markets, is just finding stuff that I fall in love with, and hopefully other people fall in love with them. And I kind of think in ways of window displays and to get people in my doors.
Absolutely fantastic. Great place for the Halloween holiday. Nothing like anything we have in Northern Nevada. Thanks so much for allowing us to come over and show this to everybody.
Absolutely. Very happy to have you. So appreciate it.
To meet Chi-Chi and Domingo or Katie, visit Bumblebee Blooms, and they're located at 135 North Sierra Street. You can give them a call at 775-348-2799 or visit them on the web at bumblebeeblooms.com. For more information on this guest or to see this show in its entirety, visit nvbusinesschronicles.com. While you're there, you can watch all of our past shows on the Chronicles page and stay connected with us by following us on our social media. Now more from Nevada Business Chronicles. Today we're with Christine Storm, an accomplished recording artist and fashion designer. Thanks so much for having us.
Well, thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Starting with the fashion design, you're wearing one of your articles of clothing.
Yes.
Born out of a need.
Yes.
Tell us about Clubwear Creations.
I'm an avid golfer, as well as my husband is. We were at Half Moon Bay at a wonderful golf course. We went out there and golfed 9 holes and found it pretty backed up out there. So we thought, let's go into the Ritz-Carlton and have lunch. And the minute my husband suggested it, I looked down at my high-end golf clothes, those popsicle colors, those boxy lines, and I was like, oh no. But I knew he was starving, so I thought, okay, I will be daring, and we will go into this Ritz-Carlton and have lunch. And I walked in there and I wanted to instantly crawl under the table. All these ladies were dressed in these beautiful colors and warm, rich tones and metallics, and there I was in those popsicle colors. And I felt so uncomfortable that I really didn't enjoy myself. And I thought, we can do better than that. There's no reason in the world why women can't be athletic and sexy at the same time, and some other women in other sports have broke that barrier, and I thought, here's the time. There's a necessity here, and we're going to grab onto it, and that's when Clubwear Creations was born.
I want to make sure we didn't just skim over this. This dress that you're wearing right now is actually golf wear.
It is. I've hemmed this one for our fun little segment here, and a lot of LPGA golfers like to hem their dresses pretty short, but this dress actually comes in standard length and comes with a nice little pair of modesty shorts that you can wear underneath it, but absolutely golf proven. I golf in it all the time. It's comfortable, breathable, wash and hang, and it's stunning out on the golf course.
How does this convert from golf wear to dinner wear to nightclub wear? I think that's fascinating about your product design.
Well, it's if you're on a golf course, and especially a high-end country club, you might want to have it zipped up, and it's a standard length, 4 inches above the knee. So that's the standard length of any high-end golf resort. You want to go out to dinner, you can, or a nightclub, you can zip the zipper down a little bit, you can hem this, you can put on some high heels, and that's really our motto. You can go from the golf club to the nightclub with a change of a shoe.
Your tagline describes it perfectly. Play well, look good.
Yeah.
And this really transcends the golf course as well. Many other applications.
Yeah, it was meant to be worn not just on a golf course, but on a tennis course. Or the main focus of this was that if you wanted to go on a golf vacation or a tennis vacation, you're packing a bunch of clothes that are elegant, that are transitional. So you're packing a wardrobe, not just clothes. A wardrobe that we add to every season when we're redeveloping a new line. But say you do go on a golf vacation, you're not going to leave your clubs behind, and they're expensive. So you're going to take less clothes because you're going to take clubwear, and you're going to take the Clubwear Creation line, you're going to pack them in your bag and realize that with the skirts, you can put a tank top on and go shopping. You can put some high heels on, go to a nightclub, you can put some nice sandals on, go out to a nice beach dinner restaurant. With the entire line, it's just transitional luxury activewear.
You're not just using beautiful materials, but there's a style, a cut to your clothing. Where do you get that inspiration?
Well, it's a little edgy, but I'm an edgy person. I've been in the rock and roll entertainment industry my entire life. I was a showgirl for a long time, and I worked with a lot of costume designers. And I learned that they could take the same outfit, tweak it a little bit, and make it look good on all these different body types that were in the show. And a lot of it had to do with elongating the lines, these princess seams, making things look more svelte instead of boxy. And that's all couture. Those designers know what they're doing, and those costumers. So I reflected back on my time on stage and thought, you know, let's not waste this opportunity. And right now we're going to go see some beautiful women wearing some beautiful clothes in this very high-end, very cool, very edgy photo shoot. So come on, everybody.
Leave this bullshit all behind, an illusion trapped in mire. Take it down to the wire and grab that inner fire. Then douse it with my water and you will go where that freedom takes its toll. Yeah, I will quench your soul.
Christine, where are we now?
Well, we're in the desert, Mitch.
Well, I know that, but why?
It's a shameless segue.
Who's this guy?
He's in my spaghetti western inspired music video called Much Greener we're about to take a look at.
So you're a country artist?
I find inspiration in a variety of genres. This is kind of spaghetti western meets cabaret.
Sounds a little twisted. Let's take a look. That was so cool.
Thank you.
One of your soundtracks, Raining Frogs, is destined to be the most important song of our decade, quite possibly the entire century. Can we take a look at that too?
That sounds great.
She would take up the space like she was in heat. He didn't really know how to move her feet. She used her eyes to keep the beat. Her mouth was full of endless street. There's something wrong around here. And too much blowing up his nose. Needles were in his arms, between his toes. They had sordid times, but no afterglows. The something wrong around here. They're the new king and queen of the throne. Am I the only one who's noticed something's very wrong? Someone passed the door long past the bong. Am I the only one who's noticed something's wrong? There's a seance in the corner, now it's raining
There's an outcast in the corner over there. Am I the only one who's noticed he is glaring?
crank up the noise just to cool his feet. He was in the lost and found, the sad little guy in the town. There's something wrong around here. Going home on a different road. Picked on for years and it took its toll. One day that would change. He had his ways of rearranging. There's something wrong around here.
Where did you get the inspiration for that song, Christine?
Well, I think everybody's been bullied. I've had siblings in my family that were bullied. I had a brother who was sick, and he was bullied because of his size. I had a sister who was overweight who was bullied. I've been bullied in my industry. And I think that America is kind of the anti-bullying force of the world. So bullying is a theme that we all need to address. It's become a plague, which is why the song is called Raining Frogs. And I just think it needs to stop.
You can purchase the Clubwear Creations clothing line at clubwearcreations.com. You can follow Christine Storm on Twitter at @_Christine Storm. And you can also download her music on iTunes, Google Music, and Vivo. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, Mitch. Thank you so much.
For more information on this guest or to see this show in its entirety, visit nvbusinesschronicles.com. While you're there, you can watch all of our past shows on the Chronicles page and stay connected with us by following us on our social media. For information on becoming a guest on our show, contact us at info@nvbusinesschronicles.com. We hope you enjoyed the show. Thanks for watching. Tune in next week at the same time for more from Nevada Business Chronicles.